The coronavirus may have turned into a nightmare for the world, but for China, this homemade disaster has now turned into a mega opportunity. An opportunity to act like a crisis manager for beleaguered nations, an opportunity to trumpet its alleged success and make the most of it. Tonight, let's call out this farce. Let me start by giving you an idea about the seriousness of what we're dealing with. On your screens is a video of a doctor preparing himself to treat coronavirus patients. It shows you the layers of protection one has to put on before entering the Wuhan virus battle zone. This video is from China. Take a look. On the face of it, it looks like a tribute to the thousands of frontline medics in China. Well, it may be. It is also an excellent marketing strategy. This video is China telling us and the world what we lack. Let me remind you, the most advanced countries in the world do not have enough protective gear, not enough masks, not enough ventilators. China does, and it's cashing in on this shortage by flooding them with medical aid. You've got to give it to the Chinese for not letting a good crisis go waste. But you've also got to take any expertise coming from China with a sack of salt. China may be selling thousands of test kits to virus-hit nations, but they're substandard and defective. Let me elaborate. The Spanish government fell for these humanitarian gestures. Now it is feeling sorry for what it did. 9,000 of the coronavirus test kits that Spain bought from China have turned out to be faulty. 70,000 of the tests conducted using these kits produced wrong results. The outcome is this: Spain has become the third worst hit country with more than 85,000 active cases and more than 7,000 deaths. The Netherlands has also recalled tens of thousands of masks that it bought from China. Dutch officials say these masks do not meet quality standards. Turkey has raised similar concerns. The Turkish government says the testing kits it bought from a Chinese company do not meet their effectiveness standards. The Czech Republic bought 150,000 rapid test kits. Only 30,000 have turned out to be effective. This is a long list. I can go on about nations paying a heavy price for doing business with China, but the bottom rely on made-in-China products, especially not for a crisis created by China itself. You never know what you're paying for. Look at the headline on your screens now. China's Health Silk Road gets a boost from COVID-19. A Health Silk Road. For our viewers in Europe, this is what your governments could be paying for. China is reviving its ancient corridors, ports and logistic hubs to sell medical tools to Europe. What a business strategy. A Forbes report claims that over the years, Beijing has established an exhaustive rail network with most of Europe thanks to the Belt and Road Initiative. Dozens of cities in China are linked to dozens more in Europe via rail. China is now using this pandemic to legitimize this work. How exactly, you may ask? By sending heavyweight goods on these trains along with test kits and masks. Beijing is using its deep pockets to mount a diplomatic charm offensive. This Health Silk Road has already become a weapon for Chinese diplomacy. It will soon become a weapon for propaganda, who knows. In dealing with this crisis, the world must not fall for this.